She's lost.
Lost her husband.
Lost her way.
And the dark away.
The road that leads into the funnel.
Lost hero.
Found the wrestler from the stars.
Eater of dimensions.
The blind piper.
Hello everyone and welcome to another video by Centipede Geek. Today I'm going to talk about the ABC original television series by the name of Red Widow. I'm going to discuss my thoughts and opinions upon episode 3 titled The Consignment. And without any further ado, let's go ahead and get to it, shall we? So pretty much what we have in this episode is Rodhall Mitchell's character and Uncle Pete pretty much have to do their first drug smuggling. They have to do their first assignment or consignment, whatever you want to call it, and they have to go to a port and smuggle off some cocaine. So their first assignment. And while all this is happening, Rodhall Mitchell's kids are left at home. The son goes off and leaves with a girl, with one of his girlfriends or whatever, goes off and leaves. And this causes the daughter and Boris. And what the daughter ends up doing is she ends up making a critical decision in her life, and she ends up going to the main police in the show. She goes to the feds and says, hey, I'm afraid someone is going to kill my mother. And she's, once she still doesn't know what's fully going on, but once again, as each episode progresses in the series Red Widow, she is becoming more curious of, what her mother is getting into. She doesn't know, that they're drug smuggling, so she doesn't know what's going on, but she's becoming more and more curious of the events that are happening around her. And like I said, she tells the cop that she's afraid and, that whole thing. So anyways, while Uncle Pete and Rodhall Mitchell's character are at this port, they find out that they need to get a container out of the premises because the feds are on site. The feds are spying around the port, making sure nothing strange is going on, and there is a container full of cocaine where they're at. So they need to get this container full of cocaine out of the premises before the feds can find out. So what Bob does is he ends up convincing a semi-truck driver to drive this thing away, where later on, around the end of the episode, through all the problems, Rodhall Mitchell's character fixes all the problems, and then I think the guy's name is Schuller. Schuller actually ends up killing Bob because the commander above Schuller said that Bob was a liability, and that was pretty much the main basis of ABC's original television series by the name of Red Widow for episode 3 titled The Consignment. Overall, I really enjoyed this. Well, there's one crucial thing I also forgot. Another crucial thing in this episode was Boris, the little kid, the one that, saw his dad being killed, is slowly starting to remember some key elements about the killer that in fact killed his father. And one of those key elements he remembers in this episode is he remembers the motorcycle from the first 2 episodes, and in the 3rd episode, he remembers a yellow stripe on the shoes of that the motorcycle person was wearing. So yellow stripe on the shoes. So like I said, slowly but surely, Boris is starting to remember facts about the killer that killed his father. So there was another key element. But anyways, that's pretty much the plot of the ABC television series by the name of Red Widow for episode 3 titled The Consignment. Overall, my thoughts and opinions on this episode are very good. I really enjoyed this episode. Had some nice tension, some nice dialogue, just some nice suspense overall. And and another reason I really enjoyed the episode was just the overall, you felt so much suspense in this episode that it was crazy. Every minute left me wanting more because of all the suspense and the tension that Red Widow, the television series, made you feel overall. So I really just love that's, sort of, what's going to happen, where's the series going. I really love the, I guess you could say, the intriguing feeling that Red Widow gives you. Rodhall Mitchell in this episode was really cool. I don't know what it is about the Schiller character, but about the one that shoots Bob at the end. Not that his character is scary or anything like that, but he has just some sort of menacing, chilling factor about his character that he just seems very menacing. He's not afraid to get the job done, and that was in fact, this episode is a very, I guess you could say, a tragic episode in the TV series titled Red Widow. Just a very tragic and a very sad episode, because if it wasn't for Marta talking to Bob and telling Bob to be the new supervisor, then Bob wouldn't have died. And no, I'm not saying it's Marta's fault that Bob died, but in a way, she did have somewhat to do with it. No, it's not her fault. No, she did not take the gun. No, she did not pull the trigger on Bob, but she did in fact get him involved, and if she would have never talked to him, he probably would still be alive to this day. So in a way, she does have that sort of consciousness on her shoulders, that guilt, suppressing her down, anchoring her down. So that was a devastating thing, Bob dying, because I thought he was going to become a critical character in the Red Widow television series, but in fact he died in this episode. So that made the episode, it made the episode and the tension and the suspenseness in the episode all the more go up, and in fact it made it a better episode because of that drama that the main characters have to deal with because of just losing Bob. Another main thing that happened was the old, because Bob was the supervisor, but the supervisor before Bob died, I guess now they have to have a new one, I guess, again. Anyways, this guy said, hey, if you don't give me $25,000, I'm going to report you to the feds. Well, this is when Rodhall Mitchell's character notices that something is wrong, and she uses her instincts, and she says, no, we're not going to give you any money. So she doesn't give them any money. Well, this old supervisor does, in fact, go to the feds, the main police guy in the show, and says, hey, I saw this girl. He gives the main police guy a picture of Marta. So now this main police guy, I forget his name, but he knows that Marta he doesn't know what exactly is going on, but he knows Marta is getting involved with some strange things. Now, we do know that the main police cop guy is somehow involved in this, because in the very first episode, he met up with the three people that sold drugs. So I don't know if he's involved. I don't think he is. He might be, he could not be, but it seems like he could be. Just a theory or an assumption I have. I could be totally wrong. Anyways, overall, episode 3, titled The Consignment, for the ABC television series by the name of Red Widow, was a really enjoyable episode, like I said earlier, with lots of suspense and lots of intense moments, and I just really enjoyed it. Just really good stuff. It's just a nice show full of some great drama. Anyways, there's only 5 weeks left because they only have 8 episodes planned in the first season. So 5 weeks, like I said, 5 weeks left. Next week's episode is episode 4, titled The Escape, and it comes on, like I said, every Sunday night, 9 o'clock Central, 10 o'clock for everyone else. March 17th of 2013 is the next episode, and that's just about it. So, anyways, once again, thanks for watching another episodic review for the TV series by the name of Red Widow for episode 3, titled The Consignment. Make sure to stay tuned every Sunday night. I'll be having more episodic reviews of Red Widow. Anyways, once again, thanks for watching. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe to the page below, and I'll see you guys later for more videos by Centipede Geek.